Who's that old man in bed? It's the Pope, and he's dead. Who will replace him? Why, it can only be a white guy. Or not, for Conclave forsakes tradition and paves a new path forward for the church. This is no ordinary papal popcorn movie. It's a papal movie that has made one large papal payment to progress. Here is why Conclave is brave and stunning. A film so full of social justice it feels like a sermon on the Mount of Marianne Buddy.
There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families.
Are you homosexual, Your Eminence?
When the pontiff goes stiff, Dean Thomas Lawrence calls in the cardinals. It's time to find a successor, but who will be successful? Although the leading cardinals all have male genitals, they're as politically diverse as a panel on Piers Morgan. Aldo Bellini, he stands for common sense.
I stand for a common sense approach.
But sits down for
Issues as gays and divorce.
Ah yes, an approach so common in the Vatican that St. Peter's Basilica should be renamed the Pride Basilica.
Tell them I stand for never returning to the days of the Latin liturgy.
Latin liturgy, worse than the liturgy.
Or families of 10 children because Mama and Papa didn't know any better.
Big families, such a big problem.
Respecting other faiths.
Under Aldo's watch, Vatican City would be more diverse than a trip into London.
Tolerating other views within our own church.
But no tolerance for those who have big families.
I believe women should play more of a role in the curia.
What, women? In here?
I stand for everything that Tedesco does not.
I would rather like to meet this Tedesco.
No!
Get the hell out of here, punk. This is Goffredo Tedesco, and he's not Aldo Bellini, he's more like Cardinal Mussolini. While Aldo is busy signalling virtue, Tedesco is laying into the French.
Francesi.
And liberals.
Buonasera ragazzi, noi è la messa l'unica vera liturgia del mondo. Avremmo parlato tutti latino, tutti. Ma dove I tuoi amici liberali hanno deciso di cancellare? The dead language.
He wants the church to speak Latin and the Pope to be Italian. In case you didn't quite get the subtle message, he's also incredibly racist.
The food of the gods, you know.
Scusami.
Excuse me, I think I'm in the wrong movie. When a suicide bomber strikes the Sistine Chapel, Tedesco rages.
Se guardiamo la patria della nostra, noi la vediamo ormai punteggiata da minareti, mosche, il profeta Maometto!
You should be ashamed.
Shame!
The Cardinal's preaching is popular, perhaps too popular. The Conclave looks ready to stand up and applaud. Hail Caesar! The new Pope, Saint Populist. Is there anything that can stop his inevitable rise to power?
Bisogno di un capo who fights these animals!
Yeah, that'll do it.
My brother Cardinal, with respect, what do you know about war?
Who the hell is that? And why is he framed like Jesus in the Renaissance?
I'd like to introduce a new member of our order whose existence was not known to any of us. Welcome to our order, Vincent Benitez, Cardinal Archbishop of Kabul.
Kabul? Isn't that... No wonder no one's clapping. His church doesn't exist. And he can't resist giving a speech for the hungry, the thirsty, the sick, the lonely, and the nunnery. A smirk that says it all. Men have it all. Nuns just want to have fun too. Viva la Sister Resistance! Sisterance! I wonder what Tedesco makes of his new Kabul brother.
Our new brother, ho capito bene, Afghanistan.
One may think he's questioning Benitez's cardinal legitimacy, but no, that's actually racism.
Sì, una meravigliosa testimone, tanti uomini di cultura.
Thanks, Voldemort.
What is it you think we're fighting? You think it's those deluded men who had carried out these terrible acts today? No, my brother. La lucha está aquí. Aquí. Dentro de cada uno de nosotros.
Beautiful words. When a car bomb blows a hole in the Vatican and kills scores of innocent people, It's not the bomb or the bomber that must be fought, but our own papal prejudice.
You think it's those deluded men?
Just one little nitpick, Vincent. Why do you assume their gender?
Deluded men. Esta es mi primera vez entre ustedes y probablemente será la última.
Especially when they look you up on Google.
Y perdónenme, pero en estos días hemos demostrado ser...
Too right, that massive blast through the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, 'twas but a scratch, barely an inconvenience.
Nosotros mismos, en la elección y el poder. Y esas cosas no son la iglesia.
What about this thing here? Or this one?
La iglesia no es la tradición.
How about this tradition?
La iglesia no es el pasado.
Wait, did the Bible get an update?
La iglesia es lo que hagamos en adelante.
One question, Vincent. Are you sure you're Catholic? Dramatic, and we have the gong to prove it. Now, a violin. Don't light up the papal bong just yet, for there are still two possibly worthy contenders vying for Pope position. Joseph Tremblay, a Canadian. Played by John Lithgow, there's only one question. How low can he go? Not quite as low as Lord Farquaad, or as repulsive as Roger Ailes, but he is pretty bad. He's supposed to be a moderate, a voice of reason, yet it's quickly discovered he's already been fired.
I was told that the Holy Father demanded your resignation.
And he hired a sister from Africa to stop her brother becoming Pope. Lithgow's lies are so egregious that they force Sister Agnes to face her eminences, like Emmeline Pankhurst.
Eminence! Although we sisters are supposed to be invisible.
Those poor invisible nuns. If only there were other ways of life available to Catholic women.
God has nevertheless given us eyes and ears. The sister from my order might have been brought to Rome with the deliberate intention of embarrassing a member of this conclave.
Tremblay trembles.
My brothers.
Judah.
And just like that, another cardinal is discarded like soggy cardboard. What was Cardinal Adeyemi's crime?
It was a lapse, Dean. We were very young.
No. She was very young. She was 19 years old. You were 30.
Thomas.
Father Hackett has very kindly volunteered for volleyball practice.
A lapse.
He was less Leonardo da Vinci and more Leonardo DiCaprio. If Adeyemi became Pope, he'd spend his entire papacy clad only in his underpants, chasing young nuns around on a yacht. The Vatican is not ready to become the Playboy, the Papal Boy Mansion, just yet. Bang a gong like the bong. There's a new Pope in town. Who is it? We don't know, because none of the contenders are on show. That silhouette could literally be anyone. Of course, with a speech straight out of Kamala's campaign-winning playbook, there was only one winner.
Quo nomine vis vocari?
Innocentius.
All hail Pope Innocent, because all the other men are guilty of being men.
May I speak to you alone?
Wait, what's going... Is there some kind of twist? Did they Google his church in Kabul?
You must tell me about this treatment at the clinic in Geneva. Within the hour, you will be the most famous man in the world.
That's strange. Did you notice that?
The most famous man.
Most famous man. Probably nothing.
But the treatment in Geneva, what would it have been, this treatment?
A laparoscopic hysterectomy.
A lap of what now?
The doctors discovered that I had a uterus and ovaries.
Oh my God!
Some would say my chromosomes would define me as being a woman.
Some would say Ralph Fiennes is no longer fine. The new Pope, an intersex Afghani immigrant who thwarts a racist rise to power, brings tortoises out of their shells, and gets nuns skipping through the courtyards of the Vatican. If Conclave does not win the Oscar for Best Picture, it will be the greatest travesty since Greta Gerwig did not win Best Director for Barbie. Conclave is a perfect piece of papal cinema, and a true game changer for the peoples of Planet Pope.
So you are still,
I am what God made me. Perhaps it is my difference that would make me more useful.